Hello and welcome to another installment of Collection Close-Ups here at the Savannah African Art Museum. My name is Edwin Johnson, and I'll talk to you about another object in our collection, actually another couple of objects in our collections. This includes an object called a boli. Now these boli objects are, were created by the Bamana people of Mali. These are really fascinating things. Now let's go into the use before we talk about the composition of these pieces. Now, how these objects are used is that they basically serve as a kind of a type of source of power. So they radiate energy. And the type of energy that they radiate is called nyama. Nyama can be basically translated into positive energy. And what you do is that you, or rather the priests, will maintain this power in these objects over time so that they continue to radiate that positive energy called nyama. Now, this is a very, very, very intense process that involves priests not only creating the object itself, that is made up of a wooden frame wrapped with white cloth and then smeared upon this wooden frame and white cloth are magical materials that finally result in the creation of this object that to a lot of people will look rather zoomorphic. In fact, to me, it kind of reminds me of an nguni cow. You're driving in the countryside in various parts of Africa. You see these cows with humps on their backs, nguni cows. And so that's what it brings to mind for me. But according to the Bamana, it's not really supposed to represent any kind of animal, and we got to listen to what they have to say. So to me, it's not. I see I'm supposed to ignore those feelings. It's supposed to represent nothing in particular, just energy. And so this neither anthropomorphic or zoomorphic thing is there to be a collection and accumulation of magical substances, and it is maintained over time. So magical substances are added to the object in order to maintain its energy levels. In fact, more is done. If you look really carefully at this object, in fact, you can't really see it from where you are over there, but over here, you just got to take my word for it. Over here, there's actually a hole in the object, in this one. And now, how this hole is used in the object is that there are substances, various substances, that are poured into the object to further empower it. So substances are added to the outside of the object, substances are added to the inside of the object in order to maintain its power. So when these objects are being used, so if you see them in a shrine, it'll often be wet. And so because of the added substances that accumulate on this piece. So the fact that you look at this object, actually either of these objects, and they look a little dry and crusty, that's because they have been existing in a museum context, but in their actual use, they'll often be wet. Now you might be thinking, what kind of magical substances are added to these boli figures? Well, it varies greatly, and a lot of these objects are substances we don't really know about. For instance, some of these substances that are used in these boli objects can only be really detected through X-rays. There have been X-rays done of other boli objects, And they have found a variety of things, including bones and metal fragments. Now, some of the substances that one would find on a bully object could include, that means could, not always do they include, but could include, such things as chewed up cola nuts, beer, blood, feces, feathers, herbs, mud. A great number of different types of substances can be added to the bully figure in order to build up its the type of paranormal power that it possesses, both inside and out. Now, of course, we don't know the specific. We do get a sense that there were feathers added to this object, but otherwise, we really don't know what kind of substances are on this object, so it's a bit of a mystery. But that's typically what you will find in these objects. And in order to really conclusively determine what kind of substances are used to empower the bully, we would have to destroy the object, which is something we do not want to do. These objects are rare enough as it is. So, now, as far as Bahmana belief, now the Bahmana use a wide variety of magical objects. Not just these bullies, but use amulets of varying sorts that involve animal body parts, herbs, mirrors. So when you're looking at Bahmana religious practice, you're looking at a very complicated world of empowered objects being used to act on the community's behalf. So that's what makes these objects really rather fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Collection Close-Ups here at the Savannah African Art Museum. My name is Edwin Johnson. Please subscribe to YouTube and our YouTube page, and see many more of these videos that we have already made previously, and also subscribe so that you could see future installments of these videos that we'll continue to produce. Thank you for joining us, and hope that you join us in the future. Bye-bye.